Hi, this is Jamie with isoTracker, and in this tutorial, we're going to continue discussing the risk assessment process in the risk module of isoTracker. So let's get started. When a next assessment date has been reached for a risk, the assigned user receives an email notification as well as an assess risk notification on their summary page. This is followed by a reminder 24 hours later, and if the assessment has resulted in an increased risk rating, all risk administrators will receive a risk rating increased notification and email. We'll click on the risk number under Assess Risk. A new assessment can be recorded by clicking on the plus sign next to the Add Risk Assessment. But what we are going to do instead is ask another user to perform the assessment. So let's click on the plus sign here in the Risk Notification object. Then select a user or users to send the risk notification to. We can then enter a reply required date and time using the calendar feature. If the Send To user does not respond to the risk notification by this date, they will be sent a late reply reminder notification. The reminder drop-down defaults to yes, which means that the Send To user will receive up to 5 late reply reminders, each at 24-hour intervals until they respond. Up to 10 external documents can be attached here. Action required is a mandatory field, so we'll enter those details here and then click Submit. When the page reloads, we can see the notification that we just sent is listed here, and the sent date and replied required date are noted here. Click on the plus icon to send a follow-up message that does not require a reply to the same user or to other users. Click on the edit icon to edit this message before it is replied to. Now let's log out and log in as the user to whom the risk notification was sent. Select Summary, then Login. We'll open the Risk tab. In addition to an email notification, the user who has been sent the risk notification will receive a Risk Notes alert on their Risk tab of their summary page here. Clicking on the number will open the Risk Properties page and take you right to the Risk Notification object. The Risk Notification object header has turned red for this user since they have a task to perform. Below that, we see the task details. To respond to the request, click on the Submit Reply button and then enter the details of the action taken. A date of completion can be recorded using the calendar feature. Documents can be added here, and we'll click on Submit to send the response. We see here the response to the risk notification is shown, as well as the reply sent date, the date of completion, and the attached document is here. Click on the Edit icon to edit this message before it is accepted or rejected, or click on the plus icon to send a follow-up message to reply to this same user only. Now we'll log out and log back in as the user who is the reply to user. Select Summary, click Login, and then we'll open the Risk tab. From here, below the Risk Replies, we'll click on the link for the risk we've been working with. This will take us right to the Risk Notification object. The header has turned red for the reply to user, as they must either accept or reject the reply, or they can select from these 3 options: Copy to RA, Risk Assessment, Copy to RR, Risk Resolution, or Copy to RE, Resolution Effectiveness. For today, we'll click on the Copy to RA button. This opens the Add Risk Assessment section, where the following fields are copied over: the assessment date from the completion date, and the assessment by from the replying user's name. The reply from the respondent is also copied over into the Controls section. Finally, the document attached to the reply is copied over here. Now let's click on the Change Risk Rating link. The likelihood and impact fields are shown here. The related risk rating is shown with its associated color. We can make changes to the impact and likelihood fields by selecting from the drop-down list, and any resulting changes in the risk rating will appear here and to its associated color as well. The recurrence selected in the previous assessment is shown here, as well as the next assessment date, which is the recurrence interval added to the assessment date at the top left. We'll click on Submit to record this new risk assessment. When the Properties page is displayed, the latest assessment is listed at the top, and it can be deleted or edited. The previous assessment is listed below, and it cannot be deleted or edited. The Copy to RA button is deactivated after the contents of the reply are copied to the Risk Assessment section. And that's how a user responds to a risk assessment notification, sends a risk notification, and reviews a risk reply in the Risk module of isoTracker. In our next tutorial, we'll move to the monitoring and closing a risk. So be sure to check it out along with our other tutorials so you can make the most of isoTracker.